Hello, people. It's just me again, the man of truth. I want to be helpful here and give some advice about taking people to court, suing people in court for libel and defamation. It's a weird web of intrigue that it's hard to prove, and about 60 to 70% of the case is won by the personalities of the two opposing teams. I'll give you a sample. Look at Johnny Depp with Amber Heard. When he came to England, he lost. Now, he lost, and hmm, he lost quite bigly. So when he went to America, he's well known and well liked. I know the case he had was 100%, 100% spot on, iron tight. But if people was like Amber Heard, it might have been a different outcome. Now, say I give you a sample, like defamation and libel. Libel means that it's written down. Now, if I said somebody, if I said somebody said, if I said somebody called a rape victim a slag, and that's his own words, that's not libel or defamation. Matter of fact, let me say, also as well, you got to bring it. You got to take into account the characters and the credibility. That's the most important thing in a defamation and libel case: the credibility of the both parties. Now, to give you a sample, uh, Gay Jason said he's going to take me to court. Now, I would bring. Now he's in Brighton, so he technically, by the technically, I was supposed to go all the way to Brighton for this legal case. Now, if I won, and I would say I would. I could claim expenses. I could claim travel expenses, solicitors' expenses. Um, I'd take days off work, so I could loss of earnings. The amount's gonna build up. Secondly, is credibility. Think about this, people. He was harassing and stalking a rape victim, a great victim, for over 2 years. Now, I would bring that in as well to the case. I would bring that part of my evidence. This also is being investigated by the CPS because they found children's photographs in his devices. Now, that's my I've won. That's my job done halfway through, maybe 3/4 of the way. So now, because you see, the thing is with libel as well and defamation, you haven't got really big money. You've got to go through well, you've got to go small claims court, anything from 35 to 455. But you can't claim expenses back. So he's either pay for the solicitor himself or go defend himself or go to court by himself. Yeah, that's not a bad idea if he's got a good case. Secondly, it's a fast track. Yeah, fast track is a lot better, people. I would say if you want to go to see somebody in court, always go through a fast track because you could claim the person, if that person takes the court loses, the winner could claim everything back, everything that he's paid out back. Now, say if I go in all the way to Brighton, that's travel expenses. Hotel, I could book into the most expensive hotel in Brighton. He's got to pay for that. I would have to do the same for my solicitor. He's got to pay for that. He's also got to pay the out of work expenses. So the amount is building up. Now, and that's only if that money, it's only for, what if you paid the money? That's only for 1 day trial. That 35 to £455. That's only for 1 day trial. But I could summons witnesses for on my behalf, then he's got to pay for their expenses as well. So, it's not just that, oh, we go and take to court and then it would win. You're not getting it. Like I said to you, people, it's the credibility of the person. It's more important than the evidence. That goes by two separate outcomes. In London with Johnny Depp, he lost. In America, he won. Both more or less the same case. If you think about it, people. Now, and also, I would like to point out that I would bring everything, all the cases that they said they're going to bring against me, every evidence where it's linked. So, the person, Gypsy Dave, he said he's going to take me to court. I would bring uh, Jason's stuff as well because Gypsy Dave's had Jason on the panel in the chat. Hiya, Doc, mate. You know what? Thanks for coming in. I'm just trying to be out for you, because they threaten, they get out of these people on YouTube taking to court for libel or defamation. It's not all that, it's not easily to win because you've got to prove that what that person said about you is wrong. You've got to prove that it caused you harm and distress. You've got to prove that you've lost a earning. You've got to prove a lot of things before you get the judgment. So people, like I said to Jason the other night, I would recommend if I wouldn't take a person to court for slander or defamation or libel because you know if you haven't got a couple of £1 million in your pocket, then there are only two options: is the small claims court or the fast track court. So people, this is my evidence that I would say in court against Jason. This is not. I'm not talking about Jason per se. I'm talking about in general. But I'm talking a sample in this case that he said he's going to take against me. Now, I can prove without a shadow of a doubt that he's been for nearly 3 years stalking me, putting post up, lied on several. I've clipped him, lied about on several panels, like you said, on Gypsy Days panel. I know, Doc. I know they're full of BS, mate. I'm just making a point here. I know because to be honest with you, I've already got the paperwork. I've already got a draft of the summary of my defence. Now, because like I said, I'm quite heads up on the law because I've got access to legal advice 24/7. Now, the law's quite specific on this matter that Jason has to prove what I said about him was a lie. Now, I've got police records going back 2023. I've also got um, posts he put about me on YouTube. That is libel. That comes down to libel. So, darkly, I know for a fact that BS, they're full of BS. But what they don't understand is that I know the law quite well because I've got a legal advice 24/7. Now, this Jason, big mouth, same as the other one, you've got to take in credibility of that person. Now, that credibility has stalked women, threatened women, like to the that night when he's on panel. So, like I said, these people think we are stupid. They think that you've got no brains. But like I said, my documentation, it's all compared, it's all put together. My summary of my court case is already on paper. It's not on paper, it's on a file. So now take Gypsy Dave as well. It's credibility. It's credibility. Now, I've no free instance where I could um, technically call them witnesses for my witnesses. Look at Jason. Technically, I could call his cat for sexual assault. Just saying, people. If anybody needs any legal advice about defamation and libel, please message me. I will give you the full facts. Now, people think it's easy to go to court. You pay your money and take your chance. Now, that's only for one day, but if that court case is more than one day, the more money they have to pay. He is, he picks on vulnerable women. That's all, that go for me as well. That goes about against his credibility. Now, the law's different in libel and defamation. Other law cases goes by the facts, the evidence, etc., etc. In a libel case and defamation case, it goes by the credibility of the two parties. Now, I would bring everything I know, every proof I've got, and I would say I'm not being from smoking my own ass here. I would probably guarantee. I would put it if I had £1 million. I would put £1 million on it that I would win. So I know he is dark, mate. He's an old man, and he's got this. He goes on his high horse. He thinks he knows a bit about the law, or he believes what he sees on TikTok. The common law and all that nonsense. That's nothing in a court of law. That is nothing. Oh, if you don't say your name, you can't do nothing. No, you don't. What they do just give you a judgment for the opponent. So I just trying to be helpful here, guys. If you want me to give you some legal advice, message me. But what I'm gonna say to you, all your dirty secrets are gonna come out. Every secret I know about you is gonna come out. Um, Gay Jason, wanking off his cat, sending videos to people. That's gonna come out. Um, the great victim. All that about the great victim that Jason's been targeting for the last 2.5 years. That's going to come out. He's a horrible, nasty man. Dark, mate. He's horrible, nasty, sick, twisted man. Now, a matter of fact, I would say, Jason, I would bring the press there as well. Reporter there to report on it. Now, so all the times you mentioned that certain woman, all the times you've attacked women, all the times you've stalked women on YouTube, all the times that you threaten women on YouTube, that's going to come out. And every time you put a post up about me, I'm going to show that. And also going to get the police records. You said you had the crime reference number. If you want to give me that number, fine, but it's easy to get. That's going to come out. All the time, like I said to you, that you got your devices confiscated off you because you had pictures of children. I can't say what type of photographs they were. I do not know. I do not know, but what I do know, gay Jason, is that you had pictures on your devices of children. Why is that, Jason? That goes against your credibility. By the time I finish with you, Jason, all England's going to know about you. The most famous YouTube troll. So I believe in just and fair. Like I said to you, I said to all of them, just leave me out of their mess. But they need drama in their lives, Doc. That's what it is, drama. You try to pick on weak people, but I'm never weak. I would attack back. I would go to hell and back to get what I want. So just people, just a quick live. I'm trying to help these people, Doc, banning, threatening people with court. You gotta hope and pray they win, because if they don't, they're gonna have a hell of a bill. A hell of a bill, especially if Jason lives in Brighton, I live in London. Now, my travel expenses for there, 1 day, 2 day. If it's more than 1 day, you got hotels to worry about. Hi, how have you been? Nice coming in. Cheers for coming in. Appreciate it. You got people like Michelle C again talking about me on Gypsy Days panel. All I've got to say to them, she attacked her husband with the machete. Was going to go to Wales to burn down a hotel, and she said disgusting things about another person's mum. Put a post up about another person's daughter. Also, she said about her own granddaughter. Credibility, people is king in a libel case, a defamation case. It's more important than evidence. Yeah, you're probably right, Heavy DB. You're probably right, mate. Like I said, there's credibility in cases like this. Now, she hasn't got none. Neither's the Gypsy Dave, neither's um, Grumpy, neither's Jay. All these people now, Grumpy, I've got to say, you're on it. He's been accused of the most heinous crime going. He done a campaign of hate with his buddies against the victim. The victim shamed her. I'm not saying I don't know about that every day. Like I said, there's a lot of things that I was finding out about people. So you've got to know your enemy. You've got to know what that person makes that person tick. Now, if that was true, I would bring that again because she was on his panel. Then again, I would bring Tyrone into the equation as well because she's on it. He was on his panel. So I bring him into it. I bring every person who's these people went on their panels or in their chats. Could you send me a clip of that then, please, Harvey? Heavy B. It'd be much appreciated. Oh, link me into it. So that's what I'm saying, people. Watch what you say on YouTube because it could come back to biting in the ass. Credibility is king in libel and defamation cases. Much appreciated coming in. Thank you, people. The man of the truth is signing off for now. Like I said, just a little advice and try to teach these people, the facts of law. I say sign on a cheerio, saying arrivederci. Thank you, Mr. Dark. Thank you coming in. Every day, every B, sorry. Much appreciated. Thank you. Chill out now.